What kind of game plan do you think he has for you?
He has in his corner very good black jiu-jitsu guy, Tusa. Okay, wrestling coach, so I think he's gonna definitely try to take me down, and no doubt he has a great strikes. He has a great kicks, elbows, knees, so I have to be worried about it.
And what round do you think this fight will end?
I don't know, but I'm ready for 25 minutes.
And do you think the outcome of this fight will influence the mood at Jackson Winkeljohn after this fight?
One more time, what?
If the outcome of this fight will influence the mood once you go back to Jackson Wink?
Overeem?
No, the mood.
Mood is gonna be. It's gonna be okay. Mood. I don't know. I'm not sure about Overeem if he's gonna back or not, but I don't know what to say.
And if you compare the heavyweight division now as in the past when you were champ, what's the big difference?
Now I guess MMA and UFC has the best heavyweight division in MMA.
Andrei, speak to me about you've been working with Lou Giordano. Nutrition ahead of this fight. He was working with John Bones Jones, Johnny Hendricks, Aljamain Sterling, guys like that. How prepared are you going with this fight? Do you feel trimmer? Do you feel fitter? What's the situation there?
Definitely I feel lean and I feel great, you know. And all camp I felt great. I had a lot of energy and I'm good. I don't need to cut any weight. I can eat whatever I want, but in the right amount of food and everything good.
Talk to us about how being part of that Jackson Winkeljohn gym has helped elongate your career and bring you right back up to the top of the sport again.
Yeah, I repeat like every interview pretty much. If I start training with Overeem, with Winkeljohn and Greg Jackson, right after Emelianenko fight or right before, it might be a different story right now, but better later than never, and I'm in good hands right now. Great teammates, great coaches, great place for camp, and everything good. I still have a few more years.
A lot's been made of the rift between Overeem and Jackson Winkeljohn, having forced him to choose camp. You know, has he made enemies in the gym, Overeem, as far as you're concerned?
I don't know what to say. I just got Overeem. I just got Greg Jackson's and Winkeljohn words that they're gonna stick with me until my MMA career is gonna be done. So I don't know. Besides them, I have another great coaches and pretty much all good coaches, great coaches in Albuquerque. They're in my corner. Somebody came, somebody gonna root for me from Albuquerque.
You mentioned that Alistair put them in a position. You mentioned that Alistair put Greg and Mike in a position to make the decision. Do you think that position becomes untenable after this fight?
I have no idea. I can't speak with them for Greg or Wint, you know. It's totally up to them. But definitely, I think he's more than welcome to come in Albuquerque, but we're never going to be against sparring partner or friends, for sure.
And why have you never, obviously two brilliant heavyweights, you'd think that you guys would spar together an awful lot. What you've said is maybe once before you've only sparred. Why is that? Have you made a conscious effort not to spar him? Has he made a conscious effort not to spar you?
I guess it's my weird personality. I don't know. Maybe he's a nice guy. I don't know. It's my weird personality. I'm not gonna be friends with him or not gonna spar with him anymore for sure.
Is there no relationship between the two of you?
No relationship. It's gonna be straight on Sunday night. It's gonna be straight business.
But, I mean, has he ever approached you to spar? Like you guys, two of the premier heavyweights in the world.
We sparred twice. Once when he just came, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and second time was when he fought Junior Santos. Greg asked me to move couple rounds, I believe, with Alistair, and that's it.
And was there any ill will there? Did you find the sparring situation wasn't what you liked, or was there anything like that? Was it just a normal sparring session?
No, first of all, it was last sparring before his fight, so we didn't go crazy because I didn't want to cut him and I don't want to cost him to cancel the fight or lose some money. This fight was like some, I don't know, just touch each other, move around, that's it.
Was it an easy choice for Winkeljohn to go with you, to stay with you?
I don't know. You have to ask Greg Jackson and Winkeljohn.
and when the fight was announced, you were sure that John and Greg Jackson will choose you to be in your corner?
Pretty much.
We see so much of you like playing around with the different team members. You have a great relationship with the team there. Even John Dodson, a smaller fighter, you're always playing around with him. Does Overeem have similar relationships that you have with the fighters?
I guess he's supposed to be here. Ask him. I don't know. But yeah, definitely. Like I said, I have weird personality. I'm not really close with many fighters, many guys. I just need to know. First of all, I need to know the person, and if I like it, if they have like some contact, so I can. Yeah, John Dodson, one of them.
Okay, thank you.
In terms of Overeem's game, where do you see the best opportunity for you to get a victory against him? Where do you see your skills stacking up best against his?
I have to start with my game plan for sure. I have to be very disciplined, move around, and I have to worry about his kicks, his knees, his elbows, because he has phenomenal kickboxing skills, so I have to be worried about it.
How far do you think you've evolved from the fighter that was the UFC heavyweight champion all those years ago? How much better are you as a fighter now than you were back then?
For now, I'm not as good as I want to be, but like I said, I have a few more years and I'm getting better every day.
We talk about, it's UFC's debut in the Netherlands. Alistair's at home. Your relationship with Alistair is obviously a little bit frosty. You're not best of pals. You're going into the backyard of the hometown boy. Emotions must be high on Saturday. So, on Sunday, sorry, I beg your pardon. For you, is that a benefit that you're coming into the backyard of the hometown hero? And
I don't know. I never choose any of my opponents. I just have to be smart. I have to be focused, because for sure Sunday night whole arena gonna be on me. But that's fine. It's gonna be the same situation when I fought Bigfoot second time in Brazil. It was arena 10,000, and I believe like 95, 9,800 of people like booed me, except few people. And that's fine.
Do you think that this fight could be like the last chance to get back on the road to the title shot for you?
For me?
Yeah.
And definitely it's not going to be the last chance, but I promise I will do everything possible to beat Overeem. Because like I said, he is very dangerous. He has a great striking skills. He heavy hitter, so I have to be alert all the time.
You like to stand up. That's what everyone loves you for. You go in and you trade with your opponents. You've been talking about Overeem's kickboxing pedigree. When you started off in UFC, you always eat leg locks, a lot of stuff like that. Is there any way we could see you diving for a takedown?
We'll see. It's always a chance,
Yeah. Thank you.
And tell us about your favourite teammate, Maximus.
Maximus, he's good. He's on vacation right now because he doesn't have to run with me. He doesn't have to wake up in the morning, so he's good. He's waiting for me. He's gonna root for me from Albuquerque.
Brilliant. From which gym are you training now here in Holland?
Which gym?
Yeah. Do you
UFC gym on 15th floor.